Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel, and thank you for joining. Now, in today's episode, we're going to do a video based on all our team changes, our updates, okay? But we have a problem, okay? I can't decide which one I want to do. So, what we're going to do this week, we're going to do a few different changes, like versions, like probably about 5 or 6 different versions of it. So just comment down. There won't be a final version, although the last one may be the final version for today, but it might not be the final version for tomorrow, because I'm probably going to change it again because I can't decide what I want to do. There are so many options. Let me explain. Just comment down. Let's get to it now. Now, this is our team. Now, I know which players I want to take out. I just don't know which players I want to bring in. Even when I take out the players, there are options changed. There are so many different options this week. It's like you go to an ice cream shop, okay, and there's all these different flavours. You just don't know which one to get. They're all so nice, okay? Just comment down, okay? I'm going to pick chocolate today, and probably a strawberry. I love strawberry, okay? Anyway, just comment down. Now, let's take out Richards. Okay, he's done his job. He's gone, okay? Option, okay? This is an option. So we've got Ed Richards and Ginbey, two players traded out, and then I was going to trade out Oscar Baker. All right, that's 3 players. What I was going to do, all right, I was going to bring in, actually, first of all, I was going to move Sheasel into defence. I was going to bring in the Sydney player. Let's bring him in. Matt Roberts. Okay, so Roberts comes in. Then let's put Roberts on the bench. Then I was going to bring in, this is our first option. Then I was going to bring in the GWS boy, okay, Cornelius, okay, not the Gold Coast boy, just coming down Gold Coast. You're not coming in yet. Where's GWS? Okay, here, GWS. Cornelius is coming in. Okay, so Cornelius comes in. And for defence, as one of my options, players I can afford. There's not many that I can afford now. So when you go to players you can afford, and plus they've all dropped in price, so let's close that off. Average. Okay, now, players that I can afford, well, I was going to hopefully bring in Sinclair here. Okay, so Sinclair comes in. So now, on field, all right, we know Green's out, but let's pretend Green's playing. All right, so on field, I've got, as a rookie, that's going to score about 60s and under, I've got Wilmot, and I've got Van Rooyen. That's it. There's no one else. So I only got 2 rookies on field now that's going to score 60s. And I've got Ashcroft and Stocker that will score 70s. And the rest are all primo quality. So that was my plan. Okay, so if we complete this trade, all right, let's complete the trade. Just see what the team looks like. Okay, so this is the plan. Okay, so well, most likely Green comes on. Green's been a good boy, but I was going to also loop these two via Semeniti. So Green and Van Rooyen get looped via Semeniti. I've got, let's just call all these primos now. They're not acting like primos, but I've got 5 primos here. I've got my 2 ruckmen, or not Madden. What's Madden doing there? Anyway, I guess stay there for now. You could almost say, you could almost call Hopper primo quality, but not necessarily a primo, okay? He's an upgrade target later on, but it's primo quality, scoring 115, averaging 94. It's not that bad, all right? Even Setterfield averaging 101. So these are primo quality players, all right? So you can almost say I've got on the bench or in the midfield, I've got 7 primos in here, and I've got 4 primos in it. So the team is very well balanced by doing this Sinclair trade. All right. So the only thing is Sinclair that good? Okay. Well, yesterday. We did his review. He's down 80k, which is awesome. And, I mean, he's scoring okay. 104, 124, 113 and 9. Just that one bad game. So his average is not bad. Okay, so that's one idea. Let's do another idea now. Now for the second option. Okay, we're going to remove the same 3 players again. Okay, Richards is out. Ginbey is out, and Baker is out again. Okay, the 3 of them are gone. The 3 suitors are gone again. Now, replacing them, what we're going to do this time, we're going to move Sheasels and Zeebles into defence. Okay, they go defence where they belong right now. They're defenders. We're going to move Rosie into the forward line. We're going to bring in back to Cornelius comes back in again. All right, Cornelius, he can go back into that forward line. Okay, we bring in the Sydney rookie again. So he comes back in again, Roberts. Now, the player that I'm bringing here is now the interesting one. Okay, we're going to bring in, where is he? Players I can fraud, average, go by the averages. Okay, Darcy Parish comes in. And this week, Anzac Day, I think from memory, last year he won the Anzac Day medal. Okay, so he loves Anzac Day, Darcy Parish, and there's no Kelly this week, so he should do okay. Now, with this team as well, you'll notice we only have 2 players scoring under 60 again. We've got Wilmot again and Van Rooyen. Okay, they're the 2 players, and we got 2 players that can go 70 plus, which is Stocker, or he only goes 70s. And we've got Ashcroft, and they're the 2 players. So that's plan B. Okay, the team is balancing now. You can see the balance. It's actually very well balanced. I love the balance of my team right now. But I'm not going to go bragging about it, okay, because I'm in top 17k still. Anyway, let's go to the next option. Now, this is another option, okay? Once again, Richards is out, and Ginby is out, okay? Replacing them 2, we have... Now, this is where it gets different. We change. Baker stays this time, but Ashcroft goes out. Now, Ashcroft's got more money to make, so taking him out, look at, I'll show you Ashcroft's cash. Break-even is 44, so removing him is sort of a loss, okay? So Ashcroft goes out, but we've got cash coming elsewhere, but I love to drain them right now. Usually I don't like draining my players for cash, but this year I don't have a choice. I'm going to squeeze them. Every little last dime, last cent they got, I'm going to squeeze it out of them this year. Sort of. Anyway, Ashcroft's gone. Replacing these guys, again, we're going to move Sheasel back into the forward line, okay? Sorry, back into defence. Zeeble goes back into defence. We now bring in the Sydney boy again, okay, which is... where is he? Okay, Roberts. We bring in the GWS boy again, Cornelius. He comes back in again. Now, this is where things change. Our players I can afford. Now, we've got 3 good options now. Now, who do we get? All right, out of these 3, we've got 3 to pick from, and these are all good options. We've got Rory Laird, who actually go average. Okay. We've got Took Miller, Lockie Neal, and Rory Laird. Okay, all 3 are awesome options. Yeah, let's say we've put Laird, 65k discount on Laird. That's huge, okay? But then again, you're taking a 65k discount on Laird. By getting Ashcroft, you can sort of wait a week. There's no rush on Laird, okay? Because Laird's still dropping in price. Whereas Took Miller has an awesome draw. I showed you that yesterday. Actually, that came on today's video. Sorry, I showed you that today. Just coming down. Anyway, Took Miller is another option. So, this is option number 3. I lost count what option it is, but it's another option. I've got so many options. So, this is our next option. Okay, we're going to do this. Now, I love this option. Okay, Took Miller in the team now. My team looks so much better in that midfield. But it's not as well balanced now. Have a look at the balance. Now, I've got players scoring under 60. I've got 1. Which is Wilmot. Roberts, that's 2. And Van Rooyen. That's now got 3 players scoring under 60, but I've only got 1 player scoring 70s, whereas the other 70s player's gone. Okay, so it's sort of changed a little bit, okay? It still balances out the scores, but these rookies scoring under 60 are never trustworthy, okay? That's a problem, okay? So that's another option. Let's go to another option now. This plan is called Plan Z, okay? This is our last plan, the last option, but I'm showing you this now, but I'll have other options coming up after this one, but I'm just jumped to Plan Z for now, just coming down, okay? Now, Plan Z, and this is called the Max Gawn Factor, okay? This plan, it's called Operation Max Gawn Factor. Now, let's pretend that on our coaches segments that the Melbourne coach says that Max Gawn is going to play ruck this week. Now, if that happens, what are we going to do? Okay, because we got Grundy, so we have to have a plan for Grundy now as well. So now in this plan, Grundy goes out. Okay, he's replaced by English. Richards goes out. Zeeble can take his spots. We're going to move Davey. Actually, we'll move Rosie. Rosie can go in the forward line. We're also going to trade out Samaniti. Actually, we can't. That's enough. Actually, hang on. We made a mistake. Something gone wrong. What happened to Zeeble? Why did Zeeble get traded out? Just get back in there, Zeeble. Come down, Zeeble. Okay, get back in there. Who told you to go? Okay, Samaniti is traded out. Okay, we're going to put Davey into the forward line. Zeeble now goes into defence. That's where you're supposed to go, Zeeble. Okay, just come down, Zeeble. Now, Rosie goes into the forward line. All right, so our forward line has got the one rookie playing. Now, in the midfield, we bring in the Sydney boy again. Okay, and that's Roberts. And for our last rookie, we've got 647k cash again now because I'm bringing back Laird or Took Miller again. So put Laird there for now. All right, so this is the option. All right, if we confirm this. Now, I was hoping to do the English to Grundy trade next week. All right, I don't want to do it this week. I want to do other trades this week. And it's only going to be about a 90k switch or 80k switch. And so I want to do Grundy to English next week. That's the plan. Now, so if I do this plan, and if the coach says this is what's going to happen, Gawn's going to play ruck, then we have to bring in English, okay? Now, again, in this plan, we have players scoring under 60. We've got Wilmots and Van Rooyen, two of them. Players scoring 70s, now got three of them. We've got Stocker, Ginby, and Ashcroft. So we're sort of losing, all right? But we're gaining points on the ruck because English is replacing Grundy, okay? So that's another plan we got. Plus we got Laird coming in, okay? All right, let's go to our next plan. Now, the trades I'm going to show you now are called the aggressive trades, okay? This is where you have brainstorms and you take a risk. It's called more of this, the risky trade, okay? Now, this is very risky. Don't try this at home. Just come down. Now, this trade, again, we're going to trade out Ginby. Now, with Ginby, all right, I just had to think about it. It does show that if he scores 71s, that he's going to make cash, all right? That's what it shows here. However, has his form dropped since Yo's come back? Is that a possibility? I mean, since Yo was back, he scored a 40 and a 51. That halfback job that he was scoring a lot of points from, that's gone. Yo's got it. So he's got more in the midfield. He's not scoring, even though he's been subbed out and not doing much. He wasn't scoring that much even before he was subbed out. So that's something to consider as well. So he's already made his cash. I've got other players making cash anyway. I can't believe I'm saying this, but all my players are making cash now, just coming down. So Ginby out. Okay, this is a risky trade I'm going to show you now. This is on your minds. I know it's on some of you people's minds right now, so I'm going to show it to you. We're going to move. Actually, that can stay like that. So Ginby out there, and Samaniti's out. So we've got three players out. On this one, it's Ginby, Richards, and Samaniti. Now, coming in, okay, we go back to the usuals. Okay, we got GWS, Coniglios comes back in. Okay, he's back. Also coming into the team, the boy from Sydney. Where is he? Sydney boy. Where is he? Matt Roberts, he comes in. The next one, we've got 541k left, okay, for this trade. Now, coming into here, into this spot here, is the risky one, Chase Jones. Okay, let's complete this trade, and we have 233k left for next week, so we're going to make some major moves next week. So this is another option. Now, Chase Jones. All right, what do we know about him? All right, let's have a look. Let's have a look at his break evens and his scores. I mean, this is a full rundown. Okay, this is going to be a full player review and Chase Jones down. Just cover down. Now, scored a 34, 93, and 116. These are huge, okay? And now this is from a player that's been averaging terrible. Let me show you his averages. 2019, 8 games, average 50. 2020, 15 games, average 44. Then average 46, then 48. I mean, there's nothing here that's appealing. Actually, his first year was better than his next 3 years. So how all of a sudden is this player a champion player level? Look at these scores. There's nothing here. It doesn't show pick me. Nothing. 20, 46, 55, 65. Now let's have a look at his heat maps. Okay, now round 1, he scored 34. Round 2, 93. But round 1, take note, he was a sub. I didn't know this. So as a sub, he scored. I mean, he didn't score much, 34 points, but he's a sub. He's playing a halfback, moving to the wing. Looks like he's playing here, then he's running to the wing. Okay, that from what I'm gathering, because you don't run to the wing at there, or you do, but it looks like he's more here and moving to the wings, or sort of sharing of both. That's one set of play here. Now, let's go into the next heat map. This is where he scored 93. Okay, it's a big score, 93. Again, halfback moving to the wings, okay? He's scoring okay because he's not like flat out on the wings here. He's more central wing, okay? So it's not bad. And in round last week, he scored 116. Again, and he's looked like he's changed his role. He's all over the place. He actually looks okay. I think I need to come down. This is unbelievable. He's 300k. Okay, he's not a lot of cash. Now, so if he's doing that now, what did he do last year that he's doing different this year? Let me show you something. Last year, see, this year, he started wing centre forward. Last year, he was the wing, okay? So last year, this game, he scored 60, okay? This is the last game of the year, last year. It looks like it's the same role. Bit of halfback, bit on the wing. So what happened last year to this year? How did it change all of a sudden? This is the part I don't get. Okay, last year again, it's the same role. All right, maybe a bit more central, maybe more on the wing here. Is that out here? He's more on the wing here. Whereas the last map we saw, he was everywhere. Okay, so what has changed with him? Has he got Dawson's role? That's my question. Is he doing Dawson's role now? Look here, he's more forward of the wing, okay? He's more on the wing, whereas previously we saw him more around here, this part of the area. See, I'll show you. See, he's more here of these scores. Even on the heat map there, again, he's still... Anyway, that's something to consider, because all the other heat maps are very similar. So that's an option, okay? Let me show you the tweets. Now, I tweeted a gentleman, the man with all the sources, Jake Sauce, okay? Jake Thomas. I said to him, your tweets re Adelaide always interest me, okay? Because he's very knowledgeable of his club. He loves Adelaide, okay? And I said to him, I have a question for you. Has Chase Jones have a role change? And is the role the same role that Dawson had last year, minus the kick-ins? Cheers, mates, okay? I asked him this question, and here's the answer I got, okay? It was very interesting. His wing and kind of off the back of stoppages. So back of stoppages is actually not bad. All right, like Doherty was. I wouldn't trust, unless it's for fantasy, but he said he wouldn't trust him for Supercoach. He'd trust him more for fantasy because he's going to make cash and then dump him. Okay, now this is our last option. Okay, I mean, there's heaps more options. Okay, there's so many options, but this is one of our last options for today. Okay, so we're going to remove Setterfield, remove Richards, and remove Ashcroft. Okay, they're big moves. All three of them are gone. Now, who replaces them? Okay, now we're going to replace them with... well, actually, for starters, we have to move Sheasels back over there. Okay, he moves back into that line. We're going to bring in the Sydney boy. Where is he? All right, I'm sick of bringing this boy in. He's coming in so many times today. Every time I have to bring him in, he's in. Now who do you bring in? You got 1.277 mil now. So I can now bring in the big guns. All of them can come in. So we can bring in Laird. Where's Laird? Why isn't Laird in here? Okay, Laird. That's one. And Took Miller. 2. complete the trade. So now who comes in? So our midfield is strengthened by Laird, Miller, and we've got a pretty strong looking midfield now. Okay, so that's another option. Actually, it's a very strong looking midfield, but we have 2 rookies in the forward line and 2 rookies, 3 rookies under 60 and 2 scoring 70s. It's actually not too bad. Okay, that's another option anyway, just to calm it down. Now, another option that we have, and actually, there are 2 more options now that we've got that have just come to my attention, and I've actually I don't think I can not get him. I think I have to get him in. This is unheard of for me. I would never have dreamt of doing this. But let me show you something. Just coming down. Now, again, Richards is gone. Okay, we need the cash. Okay, so Gimby's gone. Okay. Now, let's move up Sheezels and Cheezels and Zeebles, whatever they are. Okay, all of them are going to go up there. Okay, just coming down. Rosie goes down into the forward line. Now, Semeniti's out. Semeniti's is Gonski, okay? Now, who do we bring in? Okay, we go back to the GWS. Now, we go and get Koninglios. Okay, let's put him into the forward line. We go back to Sydney. Okay, and we bring in... Where is he? Okay, Roberts again. Okay, put him into the forward line. Now... we got 541k left. We got a Collingwood. I can't believe I'm doing this, okay? Now, we're going to go average, okay? I've looked up his heat maps. I've been told from the start of the year to get him, okay? There was word on the street that he has to be in the team, okay? And I'm going to do it, okay? A Magpie fan that is a friend of mine said, you have to get the Goey this year. He's going to be unreal. I said, yeah, sure. Every year he's going to be unreal. But no, she was right. Okay, and I'm going to get him now. I'm going to show you something. We're going to go into the Goey's heat maps. I'm going to show you something now. Now, have a look at this. Last year, forget about this year. Let's go last year. When he's had midfield last year. All right, so the first 1, 2, 3, 4 games are this year. Okay, so the rest is last year. Yeah, when he had midfield games, all right, 1 bad game. All right, that's a bad game. This is a good game. Scored 136, 145. Then he played forward pocket. Okay, centre half forward, half forward, half forward. He didn't have much mid time. I actually don't understand how. I mean, he had CBAs, but then went into the forward line. Whereas this year, he's playing as a pure mid, okay? Have a look at this. This is a score of 130. He's playing not only mid, also getting to the forward area. This is a good map, okay? He's 5'11", He's not getting a lot of touches, but all his touches are effective, okay? And at 5'11", it's a gamble, okay? Because he had an 84 as well. That 84 is not a good game, okay? So he didn't get many touches this game. As you can see, he's hardly touched it. But when he does touch it, it turns to gold. Okay, he's just he goes nuts. And Collingwood are a team that have players that can pass the ball. Okay, like Dacos can give him the ball. Okay, unlike some other teams, which I won't mention, Richmond. Okay, their players can't pass the ball. Now look at this midfield time. He's getting the ball in the mids. He's getting the ball in the right areas. Plus, he can score goals and get the extra points. It's a good deal, and I didn't realise how good he is. So he's an option. Okay, so that's another option I'm going to consider. Okay, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to get him yet, but he is an option, and he's a pod. Have a look at this. Let's go back to the team. Okay, let's just put him in there. Okay, put him in the team. All right, he's in the team now. And again, when I get him in the team, it allows me... Actually, I can even switch now Roberts with Davey there. Okay, it allows me to loop Baker and Roberts through Green. Okay, it gives me Wilmot and Ruan or Green on fields as the 2 rookies. So it doesn't matter which one I use. and only got Ashcroft and Stocker as a 70s scorers, and they can both easily go, well, not Stocker, but Ashcroft can easily go a lot higher. He's got an easy game this week against the GWS, so he can go a lot higher. So this is an option, and I'm really considering this option at the moment. I like it a lot. And now, this is probably my last option, okay? And again, it's going to be the same things, okay? Richards and Ginby all going out. But with this one, it's going to be Ashcroft going out. Again, we're going to move Cheezels, Zeebles, all of them into the forward line. Rosie back there, okay? We're going to bring in again the Sydney, I'm sick of doing this, okay? The Sydney under free match. Is it? No, it's just players I can afford, okay? Average, where is he? Which one is he? No, let's go by points. 93, there he is, Roberts. Put him in there. Now, with this one, what we're going to do is we're going to bring in, don't worry about Sydney, we're going to, again, bring in the Goey, but next to the Goey go in there, and next to the Goey, bring in Sarong and go full-on pod, all right? And if we go full-on pod, complete trades, all right, trades are done. And this gives us a chance to catch up to everyone, okay, with a full-on pod team, assuming that both Sarong, the Goey, and Kelly wakes up, and Uniac wakes up. This could be a full-on pod team, okay, running, reaching, racing. It's also a value team. They're still on value. Sarong, look at his scores, okay. I did show you this last time. There's one thing I forgot to mention with Sarong. The first game, he scored 70. He was tagged. Or I think he actually tagged him. They didn't tag Brayshaw, they tagged Sarong. So every score should be over 100. The only thing is, his big score of 146 was against West Coast. Against North Melbourne and Adelaide, he didn't go that well. So I'm not really sold on Sarong. I'd rather pay 100k less and get Coniglios. Okay, so that's the deal. Okay, that's all our trades. You know, as you can see, options galore. We don't know what to do. We don't know which one to pick. If you think you are confusion, I'm confusion too. Just coming down. You know, news in today. Well, actually, I broke it last night. I broke it before Mitch Cleary did. I just coming down that Saad is out for a week. Now, we don't know if it's a week or 2 weeks. We think it's a week. Could be 2 weeks. They're not going to risk it, okay? So, what are you going to do now if you've got Saad? Well, if you've got Saad, Green, and if you happen to have Merritt, and then if you, on top of that, if you happen to have Day as well, oh my God, you've copped it. Okay, so what do you do? What would I do if I'm going for rank, and I've got Saad, and I've got Green, and I've got let's just say I've got two of them. I can live by with that, okay? Because I'm only going to lose maybe 100 points at the most, because I'm going to field a rookie to replace them. Rookies might score 60, so I might lose 100 points, okay, just say at the most. I can live with that. I can catch up to 100 points over the 20 weeks. It's only 5 points a week, so it's not much, all right? But if you to lose Saad, Merritt, as well as Green, what do you do? I would still upgrade. I wouldn't change what I'm doing. The reason is, if you're going to upgrade your team, you're getting in a primo anyway. If you're going to trade out Green, you're replacing him with a primo. Okay, as you saw with my team, I brought in two primos. So even though I got so next week I have an extra primo. I have Green on field. It's an extra primo. But if you trade out Green, you're replacing him with a primo. All right, so you haven't changed nothing. It's the same thing. And if you're gonna bring in, let's say you're gonna bring in another primo, okay, through your rookies, that's fine. That's two primos you're bringing in. But you've only really brought in one primo because you swapped one primo, so you haven't really gained. So that's something to consider. Okay, what are you gonna do with Saad? If you can upgrade two primos for your rookies, keep Saad, all right? Because you don't need, you're going to get them back. So you have a bonus primo coming in next week. So nothing changes. The plans don't change. Just this week you can cop a little bit, okay? Anyway, that's what I would do. That's it for today. Thank you for joining, and remember one thing. It's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. Ciao for now. So what do you do? Okay, well, let's use some basic mathematics, okay? It's very basic. Round 6, okay? You have 14 let's just put a number. 14 primos. This is your team. You have 14 primos. You may have 15, you may have 13. We're just using the figure 14 for now, okay? Just coming down. So you got 14 primos. Because you have on fields, okay? So on fields, you're only going to have 13 primos, okay? So 13, let's write P's, all right? 13 P's on fields. Now, if you decide that you want to trade one of your primos out, or P's out, you're going to have 14 on field, okay? 14 primos on field. So next week, in round 7, all right, you're going to upgrade. See, and you already got 14, so you'll have 15 primos on field next week. Does that make sense? Are we happy with this, okay? So you had 14 primos, only 13 on field because one got suspended, one got injured, or whatever, okay? Just say you got one of them. Just say you got 2 of them, okay? If you had 2 of them, you'd have 12 on field, okay? But if you trade both out, you have 14 on field. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, in round 7, well, what are you going to do? You're going to have 14 primos again, okay, plus 1 primo because you're going to upgrade. Does that make sense? 1 primo extra. Okay. Now, how about if you don't trade your primos, what happens? So, round 6, okay, you have 14 primos, all right, on fields. You're not trading these primos, so on fields, you have 12, because you lost 2 of them, you have 12 primos, plus you're upgrading your rookies now, you have an extra 2 primo, or let's say 1 primo, or just say 1 primo, all right, 1 primo. I managed to get 2, but just say 1, all right? So you got 1 extra primo, so you got 12 primos plus 1 extra primo. So on field, you have 13 primos compared to 14 primos if you trade both your primos out. However, in round 7, what do you have? Well, in round 7, you have 15 primos plus 1 extra primo that you're going to upgrade to. So you actually have 16 primos compared to when you trade your primos out, you only have 15 primos. So now you're 1 primo ahead from last week, but you're 1 primo ahead every week. So you're 1 primo ahead in round 8, you're in round 9, round 10. So which one wins? Trading out your primo sidewaysing, or do you win more if you upgrade your primo, upgrade your rookies and continue the upgrading process? I think when you upgrade your rookies, in the long run, you're going to be ahead. In the short term, you're going to be behind. All right. So what would I do? I would keep my primos and upgrade the rookies still. Continue the process. Don't change the process is what I would do. Okay. But that's what I would do. It doesn't mean you have to do that. It's just I'm just giving you the mathematics. Okay. Just coming down. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I apologise that it went for so long. There were just so many options. I had to put them all in. And towards the end, I had to also include the trades, possible trades if you're injured or reported or tribunal episodes, whatever they are. So I had to put them all in there. So it was a bit longer than usual. But thank you for joining. And if you have any questions, as usual, I'll try to answer all of them. Okay, I don't always see the questions because sometimes I'm in a course, so I get late to the answers. But I will eventually answer most of them, if not all of them. Okay, so just come down if I'm a bit slow. Thank you for joining, and remember one thing: it's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. Ciao for now.
That's all, folks.